Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the Spencer Crypto Vibe. So, this is not going to be a crypto video, and it would be hypocritical for me to not comment on this when it's on my head this heavy for like a week. So, I'm going to go into this situation with Kanye West, Kyrie Irvin, even Antonio Brown. I want to go back, even as far as his thing through the NFL. See, what I come from I'm not editing anything about this. I come from a community who's had everything stripped, including thought, including learning, including names, language, at least dialect, if not full other languages. And you're not allowed to do it. You're basically guilty first in a country where you're innocent until proven guilty. We're the other one. So like it bugs me out whenever somebody decides to say, hey, and nothing galvanizes. So briefly, first of all, this is going to be tentacled, and I talk freely. I'm not editing this at all. So it's going to be tangents, and then it's going to be tangents from the tangents. I hope to try to keep this concise, but I'm just going to go and let it go, and wherever it goes, it goes. It won't be chronological. You might not be able to keep track of all of it, but you'll get as much as I can remember just talking freely. Let me explain what I do in crypto. I built this channel not to get a lot of followers. I'm a quality over quantity guy. So in my head, when I said I'm gonna start this channel, I'm not an out front flash, like, wearing sunglasses inside the house and showing a picture in my Lambo. I'm not that guy. Never have been. I don't even like to shine. I happen to be in the front. I chose to be in the front. Like, I'm comfortable anywhere. I'm comfortable talking in front of the camera. But I want to give what little bit I know about crypto to my people for free. Okay? It doesn't mean, hey, I know this, or hey, I'm the best at this, or hey, I know more than that person, or don't listen to them, listen to me. None of that stuff. I read this stuff all day for 5 years now, 5-10 hours a day, no days off. I'm reading crypto, watching videos, moving charts, all that stuff. That's what I do. There has to be something I know that is valuable to some people that look like me, because we don't get a chance to. We don't look at stuff like this all the time. So that's what my channel's about. I'm a black man first, and I'm a black man who's trying to change the outlook of my people. Both as we're perceived and as we are going out. So the inward and the outward. I want to be able to be a stop on that train where somebody can say, hey, this guy looks at stuff another way. And I do that by supporting as well. So when I come on here, if I see a black YouTuber, I watch the video, whole thing, all the way through. Whether it's Gentlemen of Crypto or Earn Your Leisure, the big ones that I watch, or like I said before, Nakamoto Crypto, or other people who are in this game who've been doing this, even if they're new. I just watch them, and here's what I do. I do support. I watch all the way through, even if I don't agree with or like what they're saying, or it's not necessary for me. I open another window and do what I want to do and put that one on mute, but I let the video play all the way through, including the ads. If they're monetized, they get paid ad revenue, fine, I'm watching the ads all the way through too. I want to be somebody who supports, even if I don't comment, even if I don't like it. The fact that I subscribe and the fact that I watch it all the way through helps them financially, or it helps them get to the point where they can help them financially. I wish there was a better community for that, where you're not just trying to grab people because you're shining and you're getting groupies. I want actual group, a group of thinkers, not a group of followers. You know what I mean? So anyway, That's what I'm doing in crypto. But that's secondary to the fact that I'm black. I'm doing this to give black people a path. Now, right off the bat, which isn't off the bat, we're probably 5 minutes into my ramble already. I'm done with the NBA. I'm done with the NFL. And I'm not sure what to do with Kanye's side. If it's hip hop, I'm done with, even though I kind of am, or the music or the fashion. I'm not sure. Some way, I'm backing off. I'm putting them all on indefinite suspension, okay, until they follow my 6 rules. That's where I am with them. Um, and with like with football, let's just do this. I don't like when you get to tell black people you can't do 2 things, or you don't get to express yourself, or we don't care what you think, just dribble the ball, or we don't care what you think, or you can't think well, you're not that smart, you shouldn't be talking about this. Like, this is all the refrain from a man who's being shut up. All right, that's the connection I was making earlier. That's why I'm saying, why would I put this on my crypto channel? It would be ignorant of me not to, considering that that's my point of view. We can do 2 things. I like this channel to focus on crypto and the things that I find interesting in crypto and the things that I learned about crypto. But this is me too, as this channel's me. So until YouTube says, hey, we don't like what this guy's saying, we're going to cut him, I'll say what the hell I want to say. And this is what I want to say. This has been on my mind for like a week after watching this Kyrie and Kanye stuff. So if I go back to AB, so from the suburbs of Pittsburgh, it's a city, it's a big city, it's not a huge city. There's not a whole bunch going on after having lived in other cities like New York and Miami and other places. Pittsburgh lives around steel, and the Steelers represent that. Tough nose, like, that's a culture over there. So I've been a diehard Steelers fan for a long time. And for me to walk on the NFL is a big deal. I haven't watched it for like 3-4 years now. I ain't watched the NBA for probably longer than that, but it hasn't been on a stand. It's just been because the product's weak. They just shooting threes from the outside. Nobody's getting punched in the mouth when they come in the paint anymore like back in the day. It's not fun to watch. It's like volleyball now. So, but volleyball can be fun to watch. So AB is a Steeler, Antonio Brown. That's my guy. One of the most frustrating things about the Kanye, the Kyrie, AB, first thing people do say, he's crazy and lost his mind. You haven't, the people who say that don't listen to the man themselves. AB said in multiple interviews, I listened to it. I'm paraphrasing. I'm not quoting him because I don't want to get him wrong. I'm not looking at the text from the thing. But he basically saying, I get frustrated when people don't treat me like a man and they don't comment on things that men do. They just comment on me like I'm a commodity. They talk about stats. He had 14 catches today. He had 1,800 yards this season. Like, they just talk of him as a thing, the commodity, and not as a dad. He said they don't ask me about what it feels like in my house, or like what do I do, or what do I do on weekends, what books do I read to my kid, or do I read and then hand to him and he reads. I heard him say all these things with his hand. He's a good guy who's not misunderstood. He's just misunderstood. He's not crazy. And he also said to a guy right to him, so like people say, since you had that hit from Burfict in the Cincinnati game, that you may have signs of CTE. And with a level head, he said, how can I have CTE? And in my terms, what he said was, he says it different ways. The current science is you can't detect CTE unless you're dead. And they cut your brain off and they test a slice of it and see. I'm not dead. I'm right here talking to you, so I can't have CTE. Okay? Now, whether that's valid to you or not, whether he has signs that it could be happening while he's still alive, That's all debatable. He answered the question, and you didn't like the answer. Again, you disregard him as a human being who has an opinion on something, and you re-ask him again. Do you see why that would frustrate somebody? He could possibly be saying, yeah, I don't have it. Or maybe I do, but I don't want to talk about it because it's depressing. Right now I'm alive. Let's live for today. A million reasons. But he answered the question, and people keep on digging and keep saying, well, crazy ever since birthday, and he crazy. Now, let's fast forward to Ye. I don't like, now first, I do like AB a lot. That's my guy. That's the one I know the most as well. Ye came on, and he says, hey, you guys are messing with my money, first. You're messing with a lot of people's money who's in the rap game, in the music industry. And I'm calling you out. He said it to you. I'm calling you out. And I'm like, that's it. Everybody's like, you can't say that. You can't say that. We're going to take all this $2 billion in a day. Gone. We're getting rid of you. Balenciaga, Adidas, whole thing. I'm like, did anybody address what his deal is? Well, you can't say that. That's anti-Semitic. You can't say this. You can't say that. But did anybody address what he said? Or say, hey, maybe he's right. But no, everybody just says, he's crazy. He's crazy. He calling us out. You can't do this. That's anti-Semitic. Something's wrong with you. You ain't been the same since your mom died. It goes into all this other stuff. And it's like, you're not allowed to talk. Okay? I don't like Kanye like I like AB. I don't like Kanye at all. Okay? I don't know, like, people say he's a genius. I think we use that word a little loose. Just my opinion. I think he's a great producer. And every time he produces a song, I bob my head. I'm like, I'm like, yeah, that's good. Kanye good with that. Fashion, not so much. I don't want to wear boxy, big air moon boot. Like, I'm not into his style. I'm not into the fact that he thinks he's a genius or that he calls himself a god and created a religion. I think all of that is for the birds. But that's him. He's allowed to do all of that. Okay, I don't want to pass judgment on that. I don't like it. I like the one thing he called out. That's what I rock with him over. Kyrie, same thing. I ain't been watching the NBA forever. I barely know Kyrie. I hear all the people say, yeah, he just likes white women. He don't even like black women. I hear people say, he think we have a flat earth. Possibly. I don't care to look into all of that because I don't care about any of that. That man can think and feel and like who he wants. What I like is that he told people, this is my take on it. Here's a movie that I watched. We don't know ourselves. I'm on a mission, journey to learn who the hell I am. He didn't say I like everything in this movie. Everything about this movie is perfect. You should watch it. I may get royalties for it. He didn't say any of that. He put a screenshot or a picture of the cover of the movie. Maybe he thinks there's something in it that's valuable on his journey of learning who the hell he is. Because remember, we don't know where we came for the most part. Everybody's on a mission to learn. You can learn through the history books. And then you got to wonder, who wrote the history books? Because the story is told by the victor. So do you trust what you read in the book? Because scholars sure think, no, you don't know anything. I'm a history major. Well, I talked to my great-grandparent who kept good notes, who talked to her great-grandparents. So I kind of know. I have a first, second, third-hand count here. You're just telling somebody's story. Everybody got the journey, man, of what they're trying to go to. What if Kyrie's just saying, I'm trying to figure out if we have Hebrew roots? What's the crime in that? Why is that worth sitting down for 5 games and then 7 games and then who knows how many games now? And then giving him like a basically 6-point slave buck system, like a buck breaking system. I hope he doesn't do that. I hope he doesn't attempt to do any of it. And I wish everybody in the league would just sit down and say that, hey, we cool. I mean, the hell with Barkley, the hell with Shaq, the hell with Stephen A, the hell with all those weird Jalen Rose, the hell with all of them. They don't have, in my opinion, the gusto. Okay? But that's up to them. I'm not trying to badmouth them. I don't like the stand they took in public. You can disagree with him without having to say it in public. We don't need to cut each other in public. Everybody's cutting us. At least our own could stop cutting us. But what I agree with Kyrie on is his ability to stay with what he said. He said he's not anti-Semitic. He said he doesn't hate anybody. He's on a journey to find out who the hell he is. Why is that a crime? Why is that a crime when it's obvious? You're going to deduce whatever you're going to deduce from what you're reading and what you're learning. What's wrong with that? Why can't we do two things? Why can't we do multiple things? This shit is so frustrating, man. So I'm done with the NBA until I feel good, like they determined. And I can just be done with them because it's lame anyway. Same with the NFL. After Kaepernick, and they threw a fit about that. I'm like, wait a second, let me look at this more. You can't talk. Are you saying these guys can't talk? And I started to look at it, and I realized the damn draft is a slave auction, essentially. They're just buying niggas and selling us and trading us to other. Like, damn surprised they ain't like do this and look at their teeth, or they probably looking at Shannon Sharp. Maybe they did look at this big, but who knows? That got blatant after Colin. I'm like, hey, you know what? I gotta back up. As diehard Steelers, I have to back up off this. This isn't good. This is not cool. I don't want to be part of this. Now the Steelers, they have the Rooneys. The Rooneys as owners have been pretty damn fair. Like, they have a rule. They created the rule that says you have to interview at least one black head coach for any head coach opening that we have. That's cool, but ownership? I mean, you know, are the Rooneys going to pass it over to a Mike Tomlin or another black owner? Like, we'll see. But for where they are, they have done the most of the organizations. But still, I can't be part of that and be involved in it. I still like to see if the Steelers do good. They're not right now, but I like to see them do good for my people, my family, and everybody there in the whole neighborhood, that part of town, that part of the country. But I just can't do the Saturday from 12:30 to about 8:30. I mean Sunday from 12:30 to about 8:30 at night, or to about 11:30 at night. Sorry, all games, can't do that no more. It's not. They don't care about us. If nobody care about us, I don't care about you. I'm really isolating my shit down. So when I'm watching channels, I don't have anything against anybody. There's a guy I watch, CT and Crypto. That dude's we've been making videos together. Not together in one video, but we've been doing like the same things when I had my little run in DeFi. And he would watch all my videos. He's not a black dude. I don't know where he's from. He's not a black dude. I can hear it in his accent. I don't give. I like the guy. He's a good dude. He seems genuine when I hear the words that he says. I don't see his picture. Got nothing to go off of but his words. Dude's cool. He lends me support. He watches my videos sometimes. So anytime I'm on, if I see a video of his, I watch the whole thing. If I'm not interested, I just put it on mute and open another video. I let the video run because I want to support him. This isn't about don't support anybody but black people. This is about, if you are actively not supporting black people, please yell it from the rafters so I know not to mess with you or anything you touch. And if you see somebody black making a video, whether they have 20 subs or 20,000, no, I'm not asking you to do anything. I will watch the video the whole way through, especially if they're not monetized and they're not a big channel. I'm definitely watching all the way through. I'm watching their ads, and even if I don't watch, like I said, you can put it on mute, open another window, and just let the damn thing play, man. I'm for the people. I always have been. So yeah, no NBA, no NFL, and be real sketchy. I'm done with Nike, and I'm done with Adidas. I had one pair of Nike from the old Kobe sneakers way back. They old. And I have one pair of Adidas because I always keep a pair of shell toes. I won't buy no more. Okay, I'm not gonna burn them. That would be stupid because they're already paid for. But I won't buy any more. To hell with them people, unless people start taking the boot off my people's neck and let us say our piece and feel comfortable saying it, whether it's right or wrong. If you want to critique us, critique what we said, not critique us for saying it. I can't keep. There's probably I could do this shit for an hour. I could do this for a week straight up. I'll just cut it there. Thanks for listening, guys.